everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Petal Warriors, yay! I feel like we need like a secret handshake. Like we could do disc, ray, butterfly. Okay, now that we've gotten rid of everybody who thinks I'm crazy, it's just you and me. So you guys, I made a proclamation, okay? This is a new proclamation. It's a new thing in my life. Every time I make a mistake or I mess up in some way, I'm going to plant a flower. And you'd be like, but Mars, that's just going to remind you of all the mistakes you've made. No, it's going to give me a really big garden because I make mistakes a lot. So, case in point, I wanted a new book for rock hounding. I wanted to start rock hounding in Missouri, right? So I order a book. I thought it was Missouri rock hounding. It's a rock hounding logbook. So when I got it home, I was like, or when I got it in the mail, I was all excited and I thought, oh, I was gonna have all these pictures and stuff. It's a logbook. Okay, so I'm gonna go out and plant one flower just for this. But when life gives you lemons, you plant daisies. So I decided to turn this into, instead of a rock and mineral gathering logbook, see, it's now going to be my petal collection book. And sort of my field notebook. I can take my old ledger out of my bag and I can put this in there. And all I did was I just went through and just changed it's going to be too hard for y'all to see, but I just changed some of the wording around. And look, there's a cool spot right there for me to put a sample of my flower. So that was a mistake, but now I'm really excited about it because now it's a really cool flower collection book and field notebook. So, and to put those pictures down flat, I ordered some of these from You Ink It. So they are just little business card laminates. They're self-laminating, however you open it. Yeah, it does open. Oh, right here. And then you take this piece of paper out and then press it back shut, and then that seals it in there. So I was playing around with that this morning and I made a little greeting card that I was so happy with. So from last year's, I think these were violets, like little white violets. So I made a little, try not to have the glare on there, made a little card. Oh, so well, it'd be so cool to get a card like that in the mail from somebody just to say, hey, I'm thinking about you. I mean, they planted the flower, they nurtured the flower, they cut it right at its peak. They pressed it and then they sealed it and made you a greeting card and then wrote something nice and friendly inside. So just one idea what you can do with your petals. And I plan on doing the Oshibani art. So I'm going to be like printing off like artwork and then trying to fill it in with petals. We'll see how that goes. So anyway, okay. So first of all, I want to talk to you about colors of petals. I did look this up for us. So we have to bear in mind that yellow or orange hold their color the best. Red petals dry to a muddy brown. Pink, blue, and violet look good at first, but fade out in time. So bear that in mind. So I guess that means I'm going to go for a lot of white and a lot of greens, because y'all know I like to press greens, greenery, herbs, stuff like that, and a lot of orange and yellow. So anything else I come across will just be a bonus. So that's kind of cool to know. All right, so quickly, I'm just going to go through what I picked out for my petal garden this year. So I'll just start with the biggest family. It's the Asteraceae. So it's like the second largest plant family on the planet, I think. So like most of your flowers are going to fall under this. It's sort of a big term for flowers. So, but you'll start to see all of the same things. That's where I come up with the disc and the ray, because they all kind of look similar. If you look at them, like they have like a disc and a ray. And that disc inside is actually hundreds of little flowers. So, okay, so I'll just quickly go through the ones that I started with. So, first of all, I want to give props to my friend Deb at Spring Meadows Farm and Garden, because I have won a contest, or I don't remember what it was, but she sent me up a package of Mexican sunflower seeds. So I was thrilled to get those. I didn't know I've only grown them once in my life, and that was in Louisiana, so I'm super excited about them. Thank you, Deb. I didn't know they were called Tithonia. I didn't know. So when I saw these at the store with their beautiful reddish orange petals, I bought Tithonia. Well, it's the same thing. I didn't know that. So that's just cool. That's just the more the merrier. So that's really awesome. Okay. And your pollinators love Tithonia Mexican sunflower. So that's going to be awesome. And they get a huge thing going in the very back of the garden. Okay. And then I also picked calendula, because I need flowers that have a second use also. So I use calendula in my skin creams and skin oils that I make. It's very, very nourishing for our skin. I'm not sure what all other uses there are, but I'm sure I'm going to look into that as time goes on. So I really like this Pacific Beauty calendula. I thought that was beautiful. That's from High Mowing. And then I'll have to quickly kind of go through the rest of these. I went with Bachelor Buttons, the polka dot mix. I thought those were really pretty. And then Cosmos. So I saw a gentleman's video, his channel, and he had all of these Cosmos growing in his annual flower bed, and he just had hundreds of butterflies all over his Cosmos. I thought, so beautiful. Plus, Cosmos are great for cottage garden, and I'll let you in on a secret. After I finish up with this garden, I'm going to put in a cottage garden later on, probably this fall. So Cosmos are definitely going to go into that for next spring. So yeah, so this was Sensation Blend Cosmos. Aren't those going to be beautiful? Look at those petals. Aren't those gorgeous? And then German chamomile. I am somebody who, in the past, I've always suffered with insomnia and anxiety. And I find if I drink 12 ounces of chamomile, which I get mine from Rose Mountain Herb right now, but I'll be growing my own. I have grown them in the past. They do reseed very, very easily. Porous soil, I didn't put anything in the soil. I think rabbit manure maybe once, and they just phenomenally came back for me every year. And there's just nothing like when you're out there picking your own chamomile, because that smell is just so, it's so light and fresh and happy. Actually, everything in the daisy family, I think daisy comes from the term day's eye, and they're just a very happy flower. Plus, they're a flower that so many of your pollinators are attracted to. So I'm doing German chamomile. My first chance to get chamomile out there in the garden. And then, just because I want to stretch out my wildflower garden even farther down, all the way down towards my daughters, I did pick up some more Echinacea purpurea, purple cone flower. Okay, so those are mine in the daisy family. Okay, this one's my absolute favorite. I am most excited about this. It's called Nigella, and I do not have a picture of it, but it's in the Buttercup family. So what I think I'll do is I'll put up probably Nigella. It's also called Love in the Mist, and it is a blue, a light blue to a dark blue, probably maybe some white. Sometimes that happens. I've never grown these before, Love in the Mist, but the foliage is amazing, and it looks like little flowers floating in a mist. So cool. They are in the Buttercup family. So I'll put up, probably the thumbnail may have Nigella, and I'll put up for sure put up a picture of Nigella at the end of this video. I'm trying to hurry through these, but it's in the Buttercup family. And for those of you who don't know, buttercups are also known as little frogs. Isn't that so cute? I can't stand it. It's because they like their little feet wet. Okay, I love pressing greens and greenery, and so I went with giant Italian parsley. Look at those leaves. Look how tattered those leaves are. Don't they look like they have a story to tell? I have no idea what these are going to press like. I can't wait to find out. Okay, and then alyssum. I went with sweet alyssum. Alyssum is in the like the mustard family. So I went with sweet alyssum, and it's like a garden border plant. Definitely known for that. And it's also, I think it's a low-lying plant where some of my insects that want to be closer to the ground can hide out in there. So those little teeny tiny little green garden spiders and whatnot. And then I went with nasturtiums. I can't resist nasturtiums. These are like in the cabbage type family. They have a spiciness to them. So most nasturtiums are your solid colors like this, and that's actually called Dwarf Alaska Mixed. And then they can also have like a second color around the inside there, and that is called Peach. Melba, I thought those were beautiful. And they also have like a horn that comes out of the back of the flower head. So that's going to be truly awesome. Okay, guys, I think that was all I wanted to go over on this video. So thank you so much for sticking with me. I'll try to put in some more of my garden updates and my other stuff, but I just wanted to hurry up and get in a Petal Wars and just let y'all know what I'm growing this year. All right, you guys, happy gardening, love and light, blessed be.